After all, however, if she isn't allowed to leave her cabin, that doesn't mean I cannot pay her a visit. Not gently. You're not welcome here. An angry voice sound from behind the door. I pulled on the head and entered. Hall, hall prisoner. Oh, it's you. Alana said disappointed. And what am I the? And, wait. And what am I? The only one who isn't welcome here? I tried to smile. Why did you come? Well, I thought that you'd be bored here all alone. I'm fine. Where is Lisa? As you can see, not here. Come on. Why are you so angry in the morning? You were in my better mood. Angry? Me? Yeah. Not me, that for sure. You have nothing else to do, so you came here, right? Yeah, my bad. I sighed barely hit my head. Well, sit down then. Are we gonna stay here over like the day or something? Or like when we're doing this, Sylvia got Tato to Sawa, and Osawa might change her mind and we might go, you know, home on regular time? Well, sit down then. I sat on the optional bed. So tell me something. Let's let's come with a way to prove to Odasaba that we did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Alana corrected me. You seem to have nothing to do with it. Okay, let it be. But why? A tricky question. It feels like we swapped our roles. I was struggling a stupid plan while she was a voice of reason. Well, because we did nothing wrong. What's the matter with you? Anyhow, I just said around for a couple of hours and that's it. We have to disappear soon anyway. She fell down the bed and stared at the ceiling. Well, sure, but I had to cheer her up, but it looks like I haven't steadily so far. What? I mean, what? What to do? Why to do? Want to do something? Maybe. It's lunchtime already. I took a glare at my watch. Yeah, right. Here's a job for you. Since I must go out, go and bring me something to eat. Sir, yes, sir. I saw her hang now up the camp. Regularly, I started to think that finally something had clicked in Alana's mind. Maybe the punishment have affected on her, or possibly it was something else. And my attention towards her have changed. Her wrongdoings used to make me feel nothing but angry, but now there was absolutely understanding and a sort of some part. After all, I used to be a child too. Perhaps as one to explain to her what is right and what is not, she may be able to avoid mistakes. So quickly, this is not a romance route. This is just like she's young. I know I was a child once and am seven in seven in back to my 17 body and all that. I know how you feel. In the canteen, I had an argument with the cook who refused to give me a double servings. However, everyone in the camp already knew about Alana being grounded, so ever my power of precision worn out over describing standards. Soon I was sitting at I was sitting at Alana's cabin and trade away meatballs with potatoes, just like a last meal. What are you talking about? Well, ever deaf row prisoner have a right to make a last wish. Threatening my last wish is a lunch like this. Hmm. To my surprise, the food was really delicious. What? What could your wish be? Well, not be excused, of course. She laughed. You can't. Why if you can't? Why? If you can't wish for anything, well, you can, but whatever clear limits. That means not anything. Well, okay then. It's not anything. Then that's not interesting. Well, I believe being a death row prisoner is meant to be interesting in the first place. I grinned through my teeth. I wouldn't know. I never went through that experience. But if you think about it, that almost my situation. This camp is my cell. For 7 more hours, I stay under arrest, and then I face regularly, just like I would after death. The only difference is that I have more options. If I want to attend lineup, then I do so. If not, then I didn't. What are you going to do next? What do you mean? Well, after camp. She looked at me in surprise. Ah, so this is where we give her a little conversation we had with Sylvia and her route. Okay. Back to school, of course. I mean, she is little. She is a child, bro. Yeah, so only for me to leave this place is kind of like crossing a barrier and forth the end of something and a beginning of something else. A week ago was terrifying. Hard for me to recognize that I've been pulled out of my usual world and brought to God knows where. But then I got used to it. And here we go. Basically, the only difference is now I face nonsense of fear and horror by blur shrink feeling of unconditionally. And you? I find something to do. Something? She beat into pearls of laughter. Yeah, what's the matter? You should have gone to a circus school to be a clown. Why? One can't help laughing when looking at you. But why? You always act like some kind of mister, a new mystery for all the Russians. Well, there was quite a bit of truth in her words. I have my reasons. I mumbled and turned to face the window. What reasons? Oh, shoot. Figuring. Why are you so skeptical? Have you forgotten that I am a child? She grinned hesitantly. Well, half an hour with you is like a terrifying chore for me. Look, who's talking? You're just one really bad-tempered person. What makes you think so? You always deep in soul-searching, trying to find out something. And besides, everyone around you. I give Ulyana an amazing little look. I would never have expected such a little girl to catch at such a mood judgment. Well, yeah. And that's it. At the very least, I know how to behave myself when I don't end up grounded. It's a matter of chance. She grinned. Yeah, sure. If last night, she stopped shortly. Last night what? Nothing. Ugh. Fuck. Seriously, you're giving me the hut, and we won't know anything about last night? Great. No fish. Wait you starting. She opened her mouth with steps were head behind the door, and a second later, Odasawa entered the room. Damn it. Yeah. Ah, there you are. That ever better. She seemed confused and lost for words. Well, I restarted this morning incident. It's not like I became much clearer, but does it look like a big deal? It doesn't look like a big deal. Alana, you're often not grounded anymore. If only you did that right from the start. Someone shut up. Someone shut up before you get grounded. I mumbled. Oh my god. Did you? Oh my god. Shoot. It's hard for me to do all the Sawa's voice, what's going on, because, like, I happen to do, like, I know girls' voices, dude voices, and some voices I give them are much light, and her voice supposed to be light, but it's just like, that clicking. Okay. Did you say something? No, nothing. Disappearance is coming. Time to pick your stuff. Say that, she left the cabin. Now, now you see how it all turns out. Yeah, I sighed. Are you going to pack? Yeah, I guess so. And you? It's not like I got much to pick. Indeed, it was the truth. Care to help me with then? Okay, sure, why not? She started to pull her clothes out of the cabinet and set them on her bed. Watch it, you messed up everything. It's okay, I wasn't at home. A t-shirt, stick, short, dress, socks, trades, underwear. Did we really? The pencil clothes were growing and growing. You really brought all this stuff here all on your own. Consider a lot of situation. It was hard to believe. Yes, of course. She laughed. Come on, give me a hand. We started to pick up the clothes until a bit big. I tried to pick things carefully at first, but after realizing that it is pointless, restored to just stuffed everything into making it all fit. At last, there were no more clothes on the bed, and we were ever somehow managed to zip up the bag. So, that's it. Yeah. A look at the clock. It was about 4 minutes until the disappearance times. You know, it was fun. Means. Well, the last week was fun. Yeah. Yeah. I say this admittedly mindfully. Don't you think so? Why? It sounds sort of uncalled to me. Well, I must admit that I am not exactly walking on air yet. Yeah. But what did you like? Oh. It's not like I can speak out everything at once. You see, a few minutes was, how can I put it, a little expected. Blah, you're so boring. Oh my god. Settle on and turn away from me. Well, what do you expect from me? You sound like you're not absolutely nothing. Nothing to remember later. Yeah, there sure is a blend to remember. I grinned. Yep, that's what I'm saying. To look close at me. That made me a bit uncomfortable. What now? And me? Well, you remember me. Will you remember me? Aw. Oh, sure I will, everyone. Everyone? And you mostly all. We should be answering this question. But nah, you wanna know. You wanna know if she wants to know what we remember her? Yeah, sure. Sure. Just sure. Okay, fine. Whatever. A solution sped up to attention with my head or my heart. That's better. However, do I really have something to remember about her? You remember all the frames involved. Oh dear, I remember that time she put a bug in my food. Ah, yes. Damn. Shoot. Yeah, we had a lot of adventures, but who is alive for me? Just a nosy kid from another reality. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. On second thought, do I really care that much about my situation now? From very first moment I arrived here, everything changed. Totally, so right now I was just curious of what going to happen next. Sure, the unknown is not the most pleasure perspective, but I must admire that it's a breathtaking one. Whether I will return to my world or not is not up to me a1 anymore. It means that I don't really have a choice. I have to depend to the location living coincidence. And one of these coincidences was sitting right in front of me, smiling boldly. You know, you're not as silly as I first thought. Why do you think I'm silly in the first place? She said in a office tone. Just kidding. You're joking? Alright, this time. Let's go. Elias said unhappily and pointed at the bag. Yeah, I showed her. I showed her belongings. The weight almost made me pinned in half. I was thankful for the fact that the bus stop was just a few hundred meters away. I shivered her stuff into the bus and then usually get my own arm luggage. After some time, all the pioneers was here. What's here? The camp. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember experience of life. Mm-hmm. Friends is another year. Okay. Okay. We won't forget you. Soon enough, everyone boarded the bus. I took the last seat next to Alana. The first row was taken by Sylvia, Sanaya, then a little closer to us. Okay. Willa, Macu, electronic shrink was playing cards. Lisa sold her seat alone 2 rows from us. There was no partner to her. It turns out it's a bit embarrassing for your neighbor. It's fine. You helped me to get ready and brought my stuff here. I looked at her closely. It seems the little demon have changed her attitude towards me here. Recollect why. Could it be that I am a friend to her? A odd word that seems to have lost its meaning for me ages ago. I can't recall any of my conquests when I still had them. Who could I call friends? Maybe remember back when I was at school. And now someone consider me a friend. Anyway, what does it all mean to me? I always felt more comfortable thinking about dismissed stuff, distracted perspective, in a galling manner than of simple organized issues. And indeed, during all the times I spent in this camp, I managed to become close friends with Milana. She's weird. I mean, see, see, wait, these long forgotten feelings to me, because this is what it means to be buddies or friends. I smiled and tugging her hair gently. And what's that for? She pulled her. Wait, what? She pulled. She pulled her lips. Just because. Pervert. Well, you. Wait, what? The fuck? What the fuck? What? Oh lord. Oh lord. Get me out of this route, please. Please get me out of this route. Fast and ready. I'm fast and ready. And the crazy thing is, I'm 17. I'm actually the same age as the protagonist is 17. And I feel like if I was him, but you know he was a grown man before he got back in, for he was a grown man in his timeline before he came to this timeline, and he got into 17. But I feel like even you don't have to be a grown, you don't have to be grown as him coming back in this timeline to be 17 to feel this way, because that's what I'm feeling right now, and I'm like, get me out of this route with this mushy stuff right now. Like this is exactly how I feel right now. Like seriously. Will you marry me when I grow up? Sure. What the? He says sure. What? I hold you to that. We gotta go in the real world. She gotta be all grown up and stuff. What kind of mess is this? Okie dokie. Oh, fuck. Let's go join them at cards. Why not? We gather around the suitcase that was being used as a table. See Lisa join us. I was laughing a lot, cracking jokes, and just enjoying being in a state of what I usually call happiness. It's simple happiness here and now. Right now, this bunch of pioneers that have managed to be friends in this short week was a million times more important to me than finding out how I come to this world and how to get out of here. And then, should I ever bother trying to get back? Aw. And then when nighttime. And then when nighttime came, okay. Yeah. It was getting dark. The game was the game was long over, and the pioneers had returned to their seats. I have no idea how long would it take to get to the wretched cradle, but it seems like a immense. From beyond the bus windows, only pitch darkness was looking back at me, almost considering the entire world could pass to only the size of a logical cabin. Anyway, the surroundings were the last of my concerns now. I was enjoying the moment. It seems that this really is a completely normal. It does. It doesn't really matter how I got here. If things turn out this great, I become another person and meet new friends. What are you thinking about? About life. And how is go? I mean, and how is it going? Just awesome. I want to laugh quietly. I don't have a place to return to, so I can choose a life path I want. Yes, we will part ways soon, and I will probably never see most of them again, but we will stay friends forever. A pleasure, warm flower through my body. I feel like a kid again. I'll pull her hand on my shoulder and quickly fall asleep. Pull her head on my shoulder. Where get hands from? Really? Oh. Sometimes you may feel tired not only because of a hard work or sad feeling, but also because of fun, joy, and happiness. You may probably ever want to continue but have no energy to. With your soul determined time to rest and your body asks for calm. I fell asleep with a smile on my face. And the real world. The real world. Ah, I feel like I hadn't slept at all. It happened all the time. You just close your eyes and fall asleep. By hour hand to me some in turns. The morning comes and you wake up, but I feel like you just blink. I yawned so wildly that I almost broke my jaw and jumped up because of the pain. Something was wrong. Thought nuts. Thought not. Something. Everything was wrong. Oh. I was back in my apartment, but How can that be possible? Beginning to pass, I started to run around my room in a hope of calm myself down. Besides, tiredness can often overcome a emotion one. My head was empty. Fear, terror took over my whole being, and some kind of song was flowing in my mind. Maybe a prayer, or maybe just a incoming junk to miss of thought designs. And if not to calm me down, then at least to distract me from my pitch. It was about half a hour before I climbed on the floor, exhausted and fixing my eyes on the scribes on the screen. It seemed like I had not going anywhere. The old chair looked down at me unkindly with a dust lamp. The crack is a blur. We're in the same place, and the unstacked wallpaper hasn't slipped down every little. Was it really a dream? But it can't be. It just can't be. It's been an entry week in that pioneer camp. I was definitely there. I remember everything perfectly from my awakening. A oh my god! A board the bus right up to the disappearance. Neither, I mean, neither dream nor illusion could be that real. Somehow I stood up, went to the kitchen, filled a glass of water, and returned to my room. The blood was still harming my temper, but at least the terror of the first few minutes was gone, or it had just taken a break. I can, I can, I can rate on the last thing I remember. It was the disappearance from the camp. The night the bus bored over the bumps, the diary glass beyond which amount nothing was visible in the pioneers. I've been absolutely positive that I would never return. We just didn't think about it. Anyway, as a pair for our arrive at the district turns in a few hours, it was already considered option for my far actions. Or not. Damn it. I tried to put on my hair with all my strength. And I can't remember. The last hour in the world managed into a mirage, as if a drinking run knocker was completely his pain with a ride instead of a bush. But it's not that bad. Wait a minute, why would it be bad? On the contrary, everything is fine. I would ever say perfectly. I broke free from the goddamn world and returned home. The most important thing now is not to end up there again. It might happen, surely it could. But it may not happen as well. Indeed, I have nothing to worry about now. Everything will be fine. Obviously, I was just seeing things exactly was seeing things. It doesn't matter that everything felt real. Something like that just can't happen. I can't calm with all Dewey's confidence that it just can't. Murray's silence. Calm it impossible, not allowed. I laughed loud. Oh my god. A on voice trying to stop the rare mishap showing from my mouth, but didn't successfully. I feel like my speech and my thoughts are spreading to Edson on their own in disappearance from each other. My brain prepared me to calm down and try to besits the situation while my tongue simply tried to ease the stress by throwing news and new meaningless words out into the air. Finally, I was somehow able to pull myself together. I pulled the curtain open and looked out the window. The night sea looks exactly the same as it did a week ago. The feeling brought my mind back to reality, at least to its tent. After all, if everything is now normal and nothing as surprising or supernatural is happening, then was it just a dream? Skipping, there are only two options now. I can agree that it was just a dream and calm down, or I can trust my own feelings and accept that the camp, the buzz, and the pioneers were real. Either way, whatever I choose, I won't get my answer. It's funny, I was looking for these answers for a whole week, or at least a pretend two, and found nothing, but I broke free from that weird world anyway, and what now? The answer me remains and added questions have surfaced. In the end, I was excused and falling into the bed. In a few seconds, I was snoring blissfully. Okay. Hmm. Let me be honest with all of you guys. I want to keep going with this until we make it to a good ending. My time had passed from the moment I came back from Sonoma, and a lot have changed in my life. The few weeks I reckless my brain trying to sum up in detail everything that happened. Crane grabs images waiting to form discussions. Paranormal phenomenons I ever planned to visit a Pacific. In the end, it resulted in nothing, just as one would expect. It's no wonder I was just a human being, but their evening suddenly was affected of seven minds. If a coverman found himself in the early 21st century, ever he would understand more than me. Well, at first he would think that a cell phone that tremors someone's speech those kilograms away by the will of God in a mirage. But one can get used to it. Maybe if he completely secured a high temperature induction, he would ever be able to understand how multiple comet work. It's a base extra example, just as unreal as everything I expect. I'm unlikely to ever understand how it works or who was beyond it. But I doubt that I could get used to it. If it's if it were to happen again. But one question followed me ever since: why and why me? What did or did I not do to deserve this bad or good luck? Sure, sci-fi novels weren't wondering their option to quickly organize people, but that was just a matter of chance. But it was absolutely possible that there was evenings having openings for some reason, just like a random sci-fi hero who traveled 1,000 years forward in time, leaving him in the wrong time and place. But in the future, no one knew him. Everyone thought that he was just a madman. Back in my situation, they were expecting me as a camp, at least the camp leader was. How should I respond to that? Maybe it was picked out at random to be studied later on. As a result, the questions why not only still stands, but rather becoming ever more impossible. After not finding a suffering explanations, I returned to my usual assistance. But now I wasn't just sitting at the computer 24/7, moving the F5 buttons free of dust. New interests come into my life, but what they were, I couldn't tell myself. And suddenly, I wanted to get a high attention. Not to find a job and not become it's necessary. Just because I remember how much fun I had during the first year of detentions. Chatting with, of course, me your day of life. Me, he, hearing useful fun, planning of the energy that I leaked so much over the last few years. A truly, a truly great man once said, "A man who reads too much and uses his own brains too little falls into exhaustion." Hastily, I'm thinking, it's hard to argue with that logic. An ordinary man will not sit around because he's lazy, but but because giving situations, it's just of no interest to him. For instance, I'm not interested in kissing, so does it mean that I'm a sticker? If I don't make a couple of wins we member month, but feeling too lazy to open a book, that's something I can't understand. Though I like reading when I start thinking that I have to get through a huge novel page by page. However, if it is interesting, however it is abandon me so completely that I can't return away. That part will only come later. For now, all I need is to get a book from a shelf and open it. But I feel too lazy. I don't know what exactly in for me, but about a half of my time, instead of the 5 to 10 meters of it from before, I was often with something useful. I read and wrote, studied something new, and me. And in sports, at least, I excuse in the morning. Sometimes I thought that it was the end thing of the camp. One can't rule out that possibility for all 7 days. These are there I was practicing in social activities for a combo with another amount that before would have carried terrors and seven involvement to me. On the other hand, it's not too easy to change one personality in a single week. Okay. Escaping from someone as stubborn as me. But it is easy to point them in a new direction, show them a guideline. However, I never believed that it would be possible with me. Anyway, I enjoy these chains so much that I try not to think about these curses. What the hell? No one would worry about the why if he managed to hit the jackpot but bit his last part of terrors. In summer, I re-roll a university and study starting in a helmet. Oh! Time passed. I early attend lodges in summers and study for tests and exams with a level of insecurity that I wouldn't have expected for myself. Oh. I managed to become a part of a group with surprise ease, though I was older than most of the students. It didn't trouble me. Maybe it's because of my nature immediately or changing in my personality. I didn't know for sure. Most likely the answer is somewhere in the middle. The joy I common with people was many years ago returned. It was easy to get along with others. Their problems didn't seem so distant and troubled to me. Normal life, which before I had considered just a gray despair mess, started to shine with new colors. Sometimes it seems to me that I turned into a doll because of the multiple ideas 10 soldiers stand in straight rows on a shelf in a toy shop. But in the shop, apart from the glowing showcase, what the hell am I reading all that? What the hell? My place used to be on Mondee's Broken Toys. It's what it was some could take reviews in Trigger Drive or Ironism by all. My only fate was being dumb and recognized again. So I couldn't help and enjoy such change in my life. Ooh, Hey, look at this. Look at this. So, alright, I'm gonna guess this. Is this where we got me a lie here? Is he gonna be a teacher or something? It was the last lesson or hardest situation this term. Is he gotta be, no, is he gotta be a student or something? Most students didn't like it because of its difficult and head towards understanding teachers, I suppose. But I found a kind of pleasure in dealing with tables and groups and documents. Of course, the figure by piece, I argued them in the closing line in the right order. Thumbing up some stations, try multiples, multiplying, and use them to get a whole picture of it every evening. And no numbers could avoid my attention gaze. All of them would be I mean would be captured close. Any specifics, each of them would get a inventory number and a place in their poll cells. After it is arrived, ever documents will be assigned a punk work oh my god, uniform and off dirty clothes. It will be sent to perform its design task. Some will be during a task from 9 to 5. Some will be matched up to face the terms, and some will be tried to hey liner regretting on the shooting range. Group mail. What are you thinking about? Regularly, I stopped writing and glared at my classmate. Taking notes on the lecture, as you can see. Oh, just just screw it. Just read the workbook afterwards. I read the workbook as well. I always under shield by you. What's so unshielding? You're planning to read a first class document, are you? Wait, never thought of it. Don't tell me you really find it interesting. I remember that just a moment ago. I imagined myself in binder on a band bone, along by a regular abdiginals, and couldn't help smiling. You won't ever need all this stuff. Everything will be needed, at least for greater development. I like how in the good end, our life changed and we just like, all this stuff matters, man. The classmates grant Cecily. I feel like us going back in time to being 17. It's kind of like a thing like, you know, you missed a lot of stuff in high school and stuff you wish you could on it, but you did, and now it's too late for you because you graduated, you're living life new, and other stuff can't be, you be different age and other stuff, and no, it's kind of like that situation. I don't know. I bet you never read every single book in your whole life. So what? He asked Tinsley, just staring at Fat. And aren't you always somewhere up in the clouds? He was right about that, though I regret part on my long social skills. I have slipped out of touch with reality. Dreams or something else? Yeah, it says it like it's a bad thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, reading books either. Human beings can't have only mentally needs. I say, but simply mocking him. Oh, you such a doubter. The lecture was in its end, and I began to plan out the rest of the day. Need to buy some organs later, facing a process, sent it to tend to the clearance, and then I got to write down notes, and then in the evening I can just read or watch something, unless someone phone or write to me. There are no ungraded matters, so I can spend some time for my mentals. Oh, 5 whole minutes to go. I looked at my phone and realized that it is exactly a year after I returned from the Saginaw The Gannett Pioneer Camp. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. So every time we hear that, uh, uh, it's just making me wonder, huh? My soul felt warm from such thought, and I smiled blissfully. And not for any more that I recall those evenings. Obviously, one can just forget something like that, though moments of something bizarre and certain that are engraving in my memories forever. Normally, ever the happiness moment faded, and just redeem of them reminds nothing more but the week spent in Savannah was different. I remember everything in perfectly detail. The terror of the first mid after walking up to the bus, the first day, heart full of surprise and amazing quality, cheerful and carefree park with ulyana, just taking that trick with the ghost of the scent. The best Saka comedy would Eve it, and the pioneers have successfully expressed. They were dying laughingly. It was sure would be nice to meet Alana in real life. Aw. Well, she is not always perfect. She hardly, and she doesn't have a idea about good manners, but one doesn't mean a sight of careless, cheerful, and arrogant person very often. Maybe she gives some of that energy to me. The bell rang, but my classmates stood up and classmates. I mean, what? Hold on. Oh my god. The bell rang. My classmate stood up, said his goodbyes and laughed. So that was us. That's us there. Wow, we look real different. Okay. I started picking my extra books and textbooks into my bag, and when I suddenly had someone's voice in front of me. Okay. Excuse me, is this the third lecture hall? There's a sign on the door. No, they're not. Girl voice only often. Someone might have removed it. So, is it the third? Yeah. Elisa closed the backpack and raised my head and said to stand up. Damn, God, you look different. Shit, you look different. I don't think you even got red hair. I feel like they changed it to a little bit of an orange color, bro. Damn. Okay. The girl looks terrified familiar. Have we? Yeah, I thought the same. Have we met before? She looked very surprised. But I don't remember where could. I mean, don't remember where could met you. Neither do I. What year are you in? First year? Oh, still pretty much green. The girl smiled. Everything is still ahead. Everything is still ahead of me. Should that be everyone? Everything is still ahead of me. I don't know. As if I am already past everything. And what about you? Fourth. So, is it difficult to study?